Welcome to Module 6, How to Create Your Magnetic Ads. As I've said earlier in this course, magnetic ads are ads that attract your ideal prospects and at the same time repel unqualified leads. This is important because you don't want to waste money on unqualified prospects clicking on your ads. And as I'll explain soon, by creating magnetic ads, you'll simultaneously generate more sales and reduce your cost per sale so you can dominate your market. Before we move on, I want to emphasize a key point with your ads. The number one goal of your ads is to get your ideal prospect to click on your ad to learn more. You are not trying to sell your services in your ad. In this module, we'll talk about how to structure your ads so that you first attract the right prospects and second, get them to click to learn more. In Module 7, we'll talk about how to structure your landing pages to sell. That's an important point. So as you go through this module, remember you are not relying on your ads to sell your products or services. So why do you need magnetic ads? Well, by now it should be obvious that magnetic ads get more clicks from qualified traffic. More clicks means you'll get a higher click-through rate, which is simply the number of clicks divided by the number of times your ad was displayed. With a higher click-through rate, you'll get more traffic than your competitors. And more qualified traffic means you'll get more sales. And here's something you may not know. A higher click-through rate compared to your competition will lead to a lower cost per click on your ads. Now there are other factors, but click-through rate is by far the biggest factor in your quality score, which in turn determines your cost per click. We'll talk more about quality score in Module 9, and this will make more sense to you then. So all this means magnetic ads will generate more sales and reduce your ad costs. So now you see why this is so important. Now let's talk about how to actually create your magnetic ads. The first step is to go through your list of keywords and identify the questions the prospect is asking when she is searching in Google. For example, when a prospect searches dentist in New York City, the question is most likely, where is the best dentist in New York City? Or, when and where can I schedule an appointment with a New York City dentist? The second step is to review your offer that you created in Module 5 and list the key benefits related to the questions being asked by the prospect. So in our dentist example, if your offer is free teeth whitening for new patients and the keyword is dentist in New York City, then the key benefits might be free appointment, clean teeth, whiter smile, and any other benefits you listed in your offer. The third step is to draft your ads using the 4 key ad components, which we'll talk about now. Magnetic ads typically have the following 4 key components: relevance, benefits-focused copy, specific, and call to action. Now let's go through each one in more detail. By relevance, we mean the ad matches the keyword the prospect is typing into Google. For example, if the prospect types pediatric dentist and you offer dental services for kids, then your ad should talk about your pediatric dental services. Your ads should not talk about your adult dental services because that is not relevant to the pediatric dentist keyword. Make sure every ad is relevant to the keyword. The most simple method to ensure relevance is to include the keyword in the ad copy. And great ads will also relate to the question the prospect is asking when she types the keyword into Google. That's why you are asked to write down the questions for each keyword. Now if you grouped your keywords properly in Module 3, then you should be able to write relevant ads for multiple keywords at once. If you have not grouped your keywords, then make sure you do that now so you can save time drafting ads for groups rather than individual keywords. Now let's talk about benefits-focused copy. Every ad should talk about the benefit of your product or service. Answer the prospect's question, what's in it for me? What will the result be of using your product or service? For example, if you're a chiropractor, then the benefit is a pain-free back. If you offer your services to athletes, then the stronger benefit is for the athlete to recover from an injury and return to peak performance. Remember, the prospect doesn't care or understand all of the nuances to chiropractic care and how you utilize the latest and greatest techniques. Your prospect is concerned with results. In other words, what does it mean for your prospect that you use the best techniques? And magnetic ads are always specific. Specificity will ensure you speak directly to your ideal prospects. For example, if you're in the appliance repair business and your best customers own Sub-Zero refrigerators, then you could include the specific brand Sub-Zero in your ads. This will call out to everyone with a Sub-Zero appliance and position you as the expert for that particular brand. Or maybe you don't want customers who have a certain appliance problem because you don't make enough money on those repair jobs. Then you could specifically say the jobs you'll work on and which ones you do not work on. That will eliminate wasted money spent on unqualified prospects clicking on your ads. And finally, when you use numbers, you should be specific rather than round up or down. Exact numbers are more believable and they tend to stand out more than rounded numbers, so you'll get more clicks. For example, if I say I can save you $4,587, then you automatically trust that number is accurate. Someone had to look at data and count up the results. But if I rounded the number to 4,500, then the number has less of an impact because it's not totally accurate. Plus, your eyes tend to be drawn to the exact number and you glance over rounded numbers. And finally, you need a call to action in your ad. When your prospect is reading your ad, you have her full attention. Don't waste the opportunity and leave it up to her to figure out what to do next. Explicitly tell your prospect how to take the appropriate action. For example, if you want the prospect to book an appointment, then say in your ad to book an appointment today. Without a call to action, many prospects will read your ad and then instinctively continue to read other ads until one explicitly tells her what to do. So make sure you have a strong call to action so your prospects click on your ad to learn more about your offer. Unfortunately, AdWords does not allow you to use click here as a call to action, so you'll need to be more creative than that. Now let's talk about the structure of AdWords ads. There are 4 pieces to an AdWords ad that are visible to the prospect: the headline, the description line 1, the description line 2, and the display URL. In the headline of your ads, you want to try to match the keyword. There are 2 reasons for this. 1, when text in your ad matches the keyword searched, then Google will bold the text and it'll stand out and you'll tend to get a higher click-through rate. Plus, by matching the keyword searched, you make your ad highly relevant, and by default, you're matching exactly what the prospect is looking for. Another technique is to ask a question in the headline. For example, if the keyword is New York City dentist, then a headline could be, "Need a New York dentist?" Your prospect will consciously or subconsciously answer yes to that question and will be more likely to continue reading the ad and click on your landing page. And finally, the third technique is to make a promise in your headline. For example, you could promise a free teeth whitening in your headline to capture your prospect's attention and stand out from the crowd of competitor ads. In your 2 description lines, you want to reiterate the benefits of your service, your USP, add social proof, or your offer. And of course, you want to include your call to action. And finally, here's a trick that a lot of advertisers don't take advantage of. You can actually use your display URL to make your ad stand out even more. Here are 3 examples for a dentist. The first is to use a benefit in the URL like whiter smile. The second is to include your location to make sure you attract prospects near your office. And the third example is to include your offer in the URL. In this case, I'm showing a free whitening display URL. Now let's talk about 4 common mistakes to avoid when writing your magnetic ads. The first mistake is to write the one-size-fits-all ad. As I explained in Module 3, and again earlier in this module, it's important to group together similar keywords so you can create ads specific to a keyword group. This will help you save time and make your ads more relevant to the keywords. You should never try to create one ad for all of your keywords. This is a huge mistake because a great ad could never be 100% relevant for all of your keywords. If you try to make an ad relevant to all keywords, you'll end up with a mediocre ad for all of your keywords. The second mistake is to create what's called Me Too ads. Me Too ads are ads that say the same thing as your competitors' ads. For example, if all of your competitors are saying, "Get a free consultation," then there's no way you'll stand out from the crowd with an ad for a free consultation. You need to differentiate by using your competitor research and your unique selling proposition. The third mistake is to emphasize features rather than benefits. We touched on this earlier in the module. Your prospects need to know what's in it for me, or how will my life improve by using your product or service. Features like state-of-the-art technology do not answer those questions, so don't include them in your ads. And finally, the fourth mistake is using company-focused rather than customer-focused copy. Many businesses talk about themselves as if that's what prospects are interested in. Again, all the prospect cares about is how your product or service is going to help her. That's it. Including anything other than customer benefits is a bad use of your limited ad space. Now let's go through some examples so you can see how all of this works in real ads. This is an ad for the keyword appliance repair. As you can see, they are clearly targeting a specific niche, people with sub-zero appliances. So they are magnetically attracted to their ideal customer. They also have compelling benefits, same day, 24-hour service within 1 hour. They also make an offer with a $25 coupon. And finally, they have a call to action to call us now. This is a very strong ad for an appliance repair service targeting sub-zero owners. Now let's contrast that with a weak ad. Rather than call out the company, I'm going to just tell you the headline was the name of this company. The name of your company is not a promise, a question, or related to the keyword searched, which was appliance repair. Family owned since 1939 is not a specific benefit. It's an implied benefit because the prospect should assume longevity corresponds to good business. But you should try to use specific benefits rather than implied benefits. The phrase, "for all your appliance needs," is a vague statement. This is an example of trying to be all things to all people rather than using specifics. The only good thing about this ad is that it includes a call to action to call now. Here's another strong ad example for the keyword limo service. As you can see, the headline exactly matches the keyword, so Google will bold the words that match and make the ad stand out. There's great social proof in the first description line that says voted #1 limo service over 20 years. Plus this ad clearly defines the location of their customer, which is the California Bay Area. And finally, there's a call to action to reserve a limo now. Here's a classic weak ad for the keyword auto repair. It's all about the company with no clear benefit. The headline does not use the keyword, there's no promise, and it doesn't pose a question. The description lines do not present benefits, a USP, or an offer. I think by now you're starting to see why this is such a bad ad. Okay, now you know how to create strong ads, and you've seen some examples of strong versus weak ads. It's time to reveal a copywriting secret. All great copywriters borrow from previously successful ads. There's no point in trying to reinvent the wheel. That's why we've included templates of successful ads that you can use to draft your magnetic ads. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. And finally, all great advertisers test and let the market show which ad performs the best. The goal is to create at least 3 ads that you can test first, and then over time you'll see which ad generates more traffic and more sales. Now let's open up the Magnetic Ad Maker so you can get started drafting your ads. Go to the Magnetic Ad Maker tab of the Ad Planner template, and you'll see the magnetic ad templates, tips and tricks, powerful words, and proven ad phrases to help you get started. Review that information first before you start creating your ads. Then the first step is to enter your target keyword groups. For every group, we're going to create 3 ads to start testing. Once you have your target keyword groups, then you'll simply type your headline, description line 1, and description line 2. For the display URL, you will enter your domain name, and if you have room, add your benefits, location, or your offer to the end of the domain as we discussed earlier. For now, you're going to leave the destination URL blank, and after Module 7, you'll come back and fill in that information. As you type in these fields, you'll know if you go over the character limit because the column labeled characters will automatically calculate the number of characters and turn red when you're over the limit. So make sure you don't see any red and you're all set. So what's next? Next, we're going to create your landing pages. A landing page is the web page the prospect visits right after clicking on your ad. A lot of business owners screw up the landing page because they don't include all of the key elements that convert prospects to clients. So we'll go through each element and design the ideal landing page for your prospects. Okay, now it's time to take action. First, identify the questions the prospect is asking when she types in each of your keywords. Then review your offer and list the key benefits you'll include in your ads. Then open up the Magnetic Ad Maker to review the examples, tips, and tricks. And finally, draft your ads using the 4 key components and the templates provided. Alright, that's it. That's the end of Module 6. Now on to landing pages that convert in Module 7.